Hey, what's up everyone? Nick here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a new type of series. This is the second time doing this series, and it's something that I call Man vs. Game. In case you missed the first installment, where I'm currently playing through Spider-Man, so you can find that on my channel if you want to watch that series as well. To sum it up real quick, and I'll talk about it in this video, but to sum it up real quick, Man vs. Game is a new type of format on my channel where I basically do a Let's Play on the hardest difficulty of the game. So here we are. I'm just going to jump straight into it. We're playing The Last of Us, one of my favorite games of all time, and we're playing on grounded difficulty, which is, of course, the hardest difficulty, and we're doing a new game from scratch. So this is not Grounded Plus, this is just Grounded from the beginning. Let's go ahead and do it. As my usual style, I'll chime in a little bit during the cutscenes, but I'd like to not talk a lot.
Listen to me. He is the contractor. He's the contractor, okay? I can't lose this job. I understand. Let's talk about this in the morning, okay? We'll talk about it in the morning. All right, good night.
Hey.
Scoot.
Monday at work, huh?
What are you still doing up? It's late.
Crud, what time is it?
It's way past your bedtime.
But it's still today.
Honey, please not right now. I do not have the energy for this.
Here,
What's this?
your birthday? You kept complaining about your broken watch. So I figured, you know. You like it?
Honey, this is... It's
What?
nice, but I think it's stuck. It's not...
What? No. Oh, ha ha.
Alright, hopefully the
You
audio
get the money for this.
wasn't messed up for
Drugs.
that.
I sell hardcore drugs.
Oh, good. You started helping out with the mortgage then.
Yeah, you wish.
As I was listening to that initial cutscene, the audio sounded like it started to fade out in a really weird way, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And it turns out that my headphone jack was only plugged in like halfway. So that shouldn't affect the recorded audio, unless any audio leaked out into the microphone, which I don't think is the case. But either way, I fixed the issue now, early on. A lot better than getting through the entire video without realizing there was a problem, because trust me, that's happened to every YouTuber ever, and it's the worst.
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something...
Uncle Tommy? Hello?
Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to jump into it. What I want to do in this video, if you're new to the channel,
What was that all?
typically when I do Let's Plays, I like to approach the commentary with a couple talking points in mind before I start recording the video. And given that this is the first video of the series, but more importantly, this is only the second time I'm doing one of these new Man vs. Game series, I thought, why don't I use the first video to kind of introduce you guys to the concept and let you know a little bit about the motivation and stuff like that. So like I said, I started Man vs. Game yesterday. The first game I'm covering is Spider-Man 2018. And my plan is to alternate videos. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do 5 to 6 videos a week. 5 to 6 gaming videos a week, I should say.
We've received reports that victims afflicted with the infection show
That's
signs
nearby.
of increased aggression, and
Move everybody out of here now. There's a gas leak. Hey,
there seems to be some commotion coming from...
get the hell out of here,
And it turns out that is pretty close by. Oh, okay, I was going to say I missed the explosion. Yeah, so that's my goal, is to do about 5 to 6 gaming videos a week. One thing I'd like to do, starting on Sundays, is, I don't know if you guys saw my little teaser video for this, but I recently adopted a puppy. I adopted a little German Shepherd puppy. They're my dream dog. She's actually sitting next to me right now like a good little pup, and her name's Ahsoka. And one thing I'd like to do is
There's his phone.
every Sunday start making little like puppy update videos where I basically just show you guys some of the training moves I may have taught her, or maybe just catalog a little bit of her growth since she's still a puppy. So point is, I'd like to get into the habit of doing 5 to 6 gaming videos a week. And assuming I can stick to that, the plan is to alternate games day by day. So like I said, Spider-Man started yesterday. If you didn't see it, I recommend you go to my channel and check it out. Today is The Last of Us, and then I'm just going to switch on and off. So tomorrow will be Spider-Man Part 2. The next day will be The Last of Us Part 2, so on and so forth.
Sarah, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Does anyone come in here?
No?
No, who would come in here?
Why am
Don't
I
go near
answering
the
for
door.
her?
Just stand back there.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the Coopers.
What is that on his desk?
Something ain't right with them.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was a, I thought that like scissor holder was a Furby for a second.
Jimmy!
Dad?
Honey, come here. Come here. Jimmy! Jimmy, I am warning you!
Come on, Jimmy.
Don't!
Oh. Damn, Jimmy was my favorite character in this game, believe it or not.
You shot him.
Sarah,
He didn't last long though.
listen to me. There is something bad going on. And we have got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Tell me, come on.
Okay, so the next little bit is just a little bit of dialogue between Joel and Tommy.
You have any idea what's going on out
so I'm going to
there?
use this
I got some
opportunity
notion.
to,
shit.
in case you guys didn't see Spider-Man, this is going to be a condensed version, but I'm going to share with you guys my motivation behind this new type of format. So basically, I feel like it's the best of both worlds. In the past, I've done Let's Plays, and I normally do them on normal difficulty, and I usually don't have that much fun, because unless I'm playing a game for the first time, I don't get a lot of enjoyment out of playing games on normal. I don't find it challenging, and when I play games, I like to be challenged. So normally, I start a Let's Play, and I get bored of it.
Shut up.
On the other hand, the thing that I've kind of cemented myself in with this channel is hardest difficulty walkthroughs. And so as you guys know, I take the difference between a Let's Play and walkthrough very seriously. But even now, walkthroughs aren't as fun for me anymore. And that's not anything to do with, like, the walkthrough itself. It's just that my tastes have changed. I don't really draw enjoyment anymore from making walkthroughs. And that's just a completely personal thing. And so I started thinking about, like, what can I do to the channel to kind of breathe fresh life into it, breathe fresh life into me, and also still, you know, have that fun that comes with a Let's Play, like the live commentary, the mess-ups, the deaths, the having to adapt on the fly. What, you know, how can I keep the fun of that with the excitement and the challenge and the strategy of a hardest difficulty walkthrough? And hence Man vs. Game was born, where I play a Let's Play of games on the hardest difficulty. So there you go. I basically just condensed what I talked about in Spider-Man for 15 minutes into like 2 minutes. But yeah, so that's, you know, that's what's going on. That's the new type of video on this channel, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, The Last of Us, I chose to play this game because, one, it's a fantastic game. I never need an excuse to play this game. It's amazing. Second, I recently bought The Last of Us 2. I still haven't played it, and so I thought, oh, I'll play through the first one as a nice refresher. 3, it's a game that a lot of people have asked me to cover over the years, and I don't know, for better or worse, never really got around to it. And so here we are. We're finally doing it. We're finally doing it on grounded difficulty. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'm able to show you guys some cool strategies, but at the same time, you guys are going to get to see kind of my live, uncut gameplay. So I think that'll make things a little more exciting, because as you know, in the walkthroughs, by design, all you ever see is clear, concise, to the point gameplay. I cut out all the deaths, I cut out all the errors, and the commentary is more strategic and instructive versus on the fly and entertaining. So really excited, guys. I'm really excited for this new type of content. Thank you for helping me choose the name. So if you didn't see it, I put out a poll on the channel with potential names for what to call this new type of format. I think I had like Man vs. Game, Let's Rage, what else did I have? I can't remember the other ones I had, but Man vs. Game was the clear winner of the poll, which I'm glad because that's the choice I was kind of rooting for secretly. Okay, so we're kind of like right now, because at first we were just controlling Sarah. We're now kind of jumping into the game. So we're taking control of Joel for the first time. This first level here, I mean, you can technically die, but that's only if you kind of like stand still and not play. If you move in the way you're supposed to go, there's really no threat in this level.
Keep us safe.
In hindsight, this opening scene here really reminds me of Resident Evil 2, specifically the newer remake version. Or wait, I'm sorry, not 2, 3. When you first take control of Jill at the beginning, and you're like, she wakes up in her apartment, and then the city streets below her are just like up in flames, and everybody's running around all hectically, and that's when she runs into, shit, what's his name?
Don't look, Sarah.
There's another guy on Stars that she runs into. I can't remember his name, even though I freaking played that game like 7 times to get the platinum. I can't remember his name. But yeah, this opening scene definitely reminds me.
We're gonna get out of this. I promise.
Did you get out of my way? Ahsoka, what's going on? You're a good girl. Oh, so I don't think I mentioned, the name of my puppy is Ahsoka. If you don't know, she is a character in the Star Wars universe. She was introduced in the animated Clone Wars series, which is actually my favorite, it's my favorite Star Wars series, is the animated Clone Wars. And specifically, Ahsoka is my favorite character of all time. And, over the years, I've kind of lost touch with Star Wars. It's not as interesting to me anymore. But once I saw that they introduced Ahsoka into The Mandalorian, and now I think she's getting her own show, I was kind of like pissed because I was like, well, damn it, now I gotta get back into Star Wars because if they're gonna start focusing more on my favorite character, I might as well. Okay, so this is the part I was talking about where you can technically die if you stop running. Like, I'm not going to turn around, but there is an enemy directly behind me. On lower difficulties, you can kind of like do this thing where you run backwards and watch the enemy chase you. On grounded difficulty, you can't. Like on grounded, he's right behind you. If I stop for a split second, I'll die.
It's okay, baby. We're safe. We're safe. Hey, we need help.
Stop!
Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
Okay. We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians in the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Daddy, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But... Yes, sir.
Listen, buddy, we've just been through hell. Okay, we just need... Please don't. Oh no. Sarah. Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know. Listen to me. I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. All right, I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby. I know it hurts. Come on, baby. Please. I know, baby. I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. No. No, 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 no. Please. 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 Please don't. Please.
So there you go. That's the intro. That's the opening. Very
The
grim.
number of confirmed deaths has passed 200. The governor has called a state of emergency.
There are hundreds and hundreds of bodies lining the streets.
Panic spread worldwide after a leaked report from the World Health Organization showed that the latest vaccination tests have failed.
This opening here is really scary now. Like,
Los Angeles is now the
listening
latest
to this
city to be placed
now
under
in
martial law.
2020,
All residents are
2021
required to
with Corona,
report to their
I feel like
designated
it just
ward.
takes on a
Riots have
completely
continued for a
different
third
scope.
consecutive day, and winter rations are at an all-time low.
A group calling themselves the Fireflies have claimed responsibility for both attacks.
Their public charter calls for the return of all branches of government.
Demonstrations broke out following the execution of 6 more alleged Fireflies.
Yeah, so this part,
Remember when you're lost in the darkness?
because before I recorded this, I did do like a practice
Believe in the
playthrough,
Fireflies.
and when I watched that little cinematic, I got chills because I was just like, they're talking about over 2 million confirmed cases, the World Health Organization, vaccination tests failed, and just given the actual state of the world right now, it just obviously like struck home a little more, which is scary. It's kind of cool in a weird way that the game has that lasting impact years later. Obviously, we live in grim circumstances, but it is interesting.
How was your morning?
I literally just woke up. There was no morning.
Want one?
No, I don't want one.
Hey, Ahsoka, what you doing?
Well, I have some interesting news for you.
Where were you, Tess?
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months, easy.
You want to explain this?
I was on my way back here, and I got jumped by these 2 assholes, all right? And yeah, they got a few good hits in, but... Look, I managed.
Give me that. Are these assholes still with us?
That's funny.
At least find out who they were.
Yeah, look, they were a couple of nobodies. They don't matter. What matters is that Robert fucking sent them.
Fucking Robert.
Our Robert.
He knows that we're after him. He figures he's gonna get us first.
Son of a bitch, he's smart.
No. He's not smart enough. I know where he's hiding.
Like hell you do.
Old warehouse in Area 5. Can't say for how long, though.
Well, I'm ready now. Yeah?
Oh, I can do now.
Hell yeah, let's go get Robert. Alright, so here we go. This is now kind of we're starting the game. So at first that was a, little opening intro. We are now starting the game. And what I want to do for the talking point here, and I should mention, those of you who've been with the channel a while, you know that even if I don't reply to every comment, I do typically read every comment I get. You guys are welcome to, pitch in ideas. So, like I said, I go into every video with a certain talking point in mind. So if there's ever any talking points you guys want to hear, let me know in the comments. And they don't have to be game related. That's how I like to do my commentary. So if you guys want to hear me talk about the new puppy, if you want to hear me talk about what I do for a living, if you want to hear me talk about my other hobbies, or if you just want to hear me do an in-depth, perspective on The Last of Us, whatever. If you want to hear something, let me know in the comments, and I'll see. Obviously I like to keep a lot of my life personal, and I don't share that much, but if it's something I'm comfortable talking about, I have no reason not to, so. Anyway, so let me talk real quick, guys, about the talking point for this video is I want to talk about my style of Let's Play. So these people are about to get tested. Watch this for a second. Hopefully the real world doesn't resort to something like this in the near future.
Hold her down. Do
I'm not gonna
Seems
stick
like
around.
more people are getting
Yeah, so let me talk about, you know, my style of Let's Plays. Because everyone who does Let's Plays has their own personal style. I'm no different. First thing I want to talk about is, like, exploration. You guys know me. I'm not a big fan of open world games. And so that's one of the biggest differences between Let's Plays and walkthroughs. In walkthroughs, I don't go out of my way. I stick to the main path, I do exactly what I need to do to beat the game, and I don't really explore. The Last of Us is not an open world game, I didn't mean it like that, but the point is it's a very linear game. There's not a lot of room for exploration. But what I mean is, like just a second ago, when I stopped and watched those people in the street getting tested. If this were a walkthrough, I wouldn't have done that. I would not have stopped. I would have just kept going, because that little snippet was not crucial to a walkthrough. That being said, with a Let's Play, it grants me a little more freedom to stop and explore and see different things. But my personal style of playing, I don't really do that. And it's because, like I said, I don't like open world games. I typically don't... It sounds weird, but I typically don't like to overly explore in games. I don't like to stop and just watch other things. I feel like it throws my momentum off, and I like to just kind of stick to the main goal.
Or we could just let it go.
But, you know, so with my style Let's Play, I'll stop every now and then. If there's something that I think is captivating, I'll stop and we'll watch it together. But otherwise, you know, the actual gameplay, it's going to be very similar to my walkthroughs. It's going to be kind of clear-cut, no BS, with a little more freedom and a little more, you know, on-the-fly adaptations.
What do the Fireflies need with Robert?
But yeah, so
I think she'd tell me.
that's that.
Well, what did you tell her?
The truth. I got no idea where he's hiding.
Good man. Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's going to be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is my style of commentary. So, I've been told, you know, 98% of the comments I get on this channel are positive. 2% are usually people telling me to shut the hell up because I talk too much. And that's true. That's 100% true. I do talk a lot during my videos. It's just how I do commentary. So fair warning there. I do tend to talk a lot. So if you don't like that,
shit's stirring up out there.
don't watch it. It's as simple as that.
It's been quiet.
But for my style of commentary, you know, I often relate it to kind of like a podcast. I talk about whatever comes to mind. It might not even be related to the game that I'm playing. I just like to talk and kind of like have a, you know, open-ended discussion with you guys on the channel. So that's my style of commentary. You know, I don't... one thing I take very seriously is my commentary is genuine. The way that I talk is very similar to how I would talk if you and I were sitting on the couch together just playing a game. You know, I don't fake reactions, I don't fake emotions, I don't act like I don't know what's going to happen, because this is not a blind Let's Play. You know, it's no bullshit here. Like, my commentary is genuine. Maybe, you know, maybe you'll find that boring.
Our backpacks are still here from last time.
But it's real. It's true. And so again, if my style of commentary isn't for you, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing I have wrong with it. And so with my commentary, the way I would say it is, if you looked at it in terms of a spectrum where like 1 is super entertaining, over the top commentary, and 10 is just absolutely boring, only instructions, blah 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 commentary.
All right.
I'd say mine's at about 7. You know, my commentary is going to be kind of like conversational, maybe a bit more slower paced. But that doesn't mean it's not going to get exciting, and there's not, you know, especially, maybe I take that back. Maybe I say 6. Maybe I say 60-40. Because especially once games are going to get, like, once you get further into games and they get more difficult, again, remember I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so that means there's going to be quite a bit of rage. You know, there's going to be some genuine rage and frustration, and probably more than my fair share of cussing. But like I said, this first video here, this is the first video of the series. It's more introductory.
What am I not?
Got a trick question.
Okay, last thing I want to talk about is video length. So I'll
Ain't been out here in a while.
It's like we're on a date.
Well, I am the romantic type.
Got your ways.
Hell yeah, I do. I'm fucking Joel.
Where's the ladder?
So,
gotta
one
be
thing
around here
last
somewhere.
thing I want to talk about is video length. I don't go into any videos with like a clear-cut goal of,
Great,
oh, I
bring it over.
can't let this video be longer than X amount of minutes. But rule of thumb, I like to make videos the same length that I like to watch them, and that's typically about 20 to 30 minutes. Now, this first video here is probably going to go slightly over 30 minutes because
first.
I do have an end point in mind.
You must be thinking of
Typically, when
someone
I,
else.
when I sit down to record, I do have
That is
a
all
point in
relative.
mind where
This
I
way.
plan on ending, and I have a point in mind here, and it's after the first combat sequence. Real quick, when you come into this kitchen area here, if you open this first drawer, there's some parts that you can pick up. I think there's a collectible. Yeah, there's a collectible in there, but I'm not
Down through here.
not focused on collectibles.
I think Robert's still got our guns.
But yeah, there's an upcoming combat sequence. It's the first
Once we
like
get our
combat
merchandise
sequence of
back,
the
it should
game.
be easy to unload.
I'd like to
Speaking
get
of
there,
merchandise, when's that
and
next
then
shipment due?
Hold up.
and then we'll
Spores.
call this video. All right. So now there you go, guys. That's the introduction. Covered a lot in this video. Covered the motivation for this new type of series, what the new series actually is. My style of Let's Play, a lot going on here. So remember, like I said, I'm going to be alternating games. So if you didn't catch the first episode of Spider-Man Man vs. Game, check it out on the channel. Otherwise, from when you're watching this, the part 2 will come out the next day because I'm going to switch videos day in and day off.
Watch it.
And then finally, the last thing is I'm going to try to start making little puppy update videos, and I plan for those to come out probably on Sundays. So keep an eye out for those pretty soon if you're interested in seeing the life and growth of my new partner in crime, Ahsoka, the German Shepherd puppy. Okay, so this kind of leads to one of the first distinctions of grounded difficulty, and that is you can't use Joel's echo hearing ability. So on lower difficulties, you can see the enemies through walls, basically by using like echolocation. You can't do that on this difficulty. So that's the first little thing. Okay, so there are 2 enemies. I'm gonna turn off my flashlight. There's 2 enemies in the room here. So I'm gonna tell you guys my preferred strategy. And then, like I said, the beauty of a Let's Play over a walkthrough is, with a walkthrough, if this strategy doesn't work first try, I would just replay the sequence. But with the and it didn't... Okay, so that, did not go what the fuck? How did he hit me? That was bullshit. Okay, well, alright. So guys, there you go. That is literally what I'm talking about. That's the perfect example. I completely fucked that up.
Alright, that's
So,
all.
my plan, what I usually do here, is I crouch in the... I wasn't crouching, I think that's where I fucked up. Normally what I would do is I crouch in the doorway here, I get as close as I can without alerting her, and what I try to do is I try to shoot the girl in the head. I get a headshot, she dies in one hit, and then I just run up and punch the other guy before he's able to grab me. As you saw right there, I messed up. I got too close, I wasn't crouching, I think. There's some health here which I can pick up to get my health up a little bit. And so things just obviously went really wrong in that take. But that's the beauty, I think that's going to be the beauty of this new type of series, is you guys get to see that. You know, when you guys see my walkthroughs, all you see is like clear-cut perfect gameplay that I've recorded over and over again until I got it right. With this, you're getting some raw, uncut footage, and you're really kind of seeing how does Nick play video games? Because I get a lot of comments on my hardest difficulty walkthroughs where people are like, "Oh my God, you're not human. How did you do that?" That doesn't happen first try. That usually doesn't even happen fifth try. It takes a lot of practice, you know? And so I think that's what's gonna really add to the excitement of this type of video, is seeing that like on the fly gameplay, and you guys are gonna get to see just some real footage. Anyway, guys, there you go. I'm gonna wrap this up. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I really hope you're excited for this new type of video series, and I'll see you in the next video.